Broadcasting from an undisclosed location under a farm pond somewhere in the Midwest. Your host is Jim Crowley. This is Slickfish Radio. Hi, everybody. Live. We are live. And of course, it's never live unless you have some technical difficulties. So we are here tonight. Ray is having a problem joining the broadcast. We don't know why. I have no idea why. So hopefully maybe he can join in some way here. I don't know. If he doesn't, I'm gonna be bummed because I really want to look forward to it. We'll just reschedule if he doesn't. But we've got some things to talk about first and foremost. I'm glad you guys are all here tonight. Thank you. A bunch of you have already clicking on, and I am glad to see you here. So we should have some fun tonight. Let me get adjusted here. All right, there we go. Got some news to tell you. First of all, I want to thank our friends at American Tackle Company. They just won another award. I think it's like their 13th award for products in the industry. So we're so glad to have American Tackle on. Our friends at Explore Lacrosse. The perch fishing is hot right now. I know we talked about it a little bit last week, but it is hot. And if there's any way that any of you can get there, or if you want to know somebody to go with, I've got two great guides there. The perch fishing in Lacrosse is on fire right now. My wife just chimed in. Hi, sweetie. How are you? And it is on fire. It is going crazy right now. This later ice as it gets, it's going to get nuts. If you ever thought about going perch fishing or just fishing in the Lacrosse area, now is the time. You can email me at Jim Crowley Outdoors, and I'd be more than happy to tell you who to go with. But and there it's McCormick's Guide Service we talked about last week a little bit, as well as Adrenaline Angling, and they are fantastic. But the perch fishing, like I said, is hot right now. Ice fishing is really good up there. I'll be heading up to Minnesota in a couple weeks, and we are actually going to do an ice fishing show on whitefish. So I'm getting pretty excited about that. That's going to be cool. So we'll tell you more about that as that comes. Shields. Want to thank Shields. Tomorrow night is the first of my Bass Academy classes in Springfield, Illinois. So that is the Shields there in Springfield. It starts at 6:30. So whether you're a high school angler or you just want to stop by, get to the Shields there. We're going to be going over early season bass patterns as well as techniques. Hey, I think we got Ray here. Ray, I see your background's here, but you still have no audio and no video, buddy. So, wait a minute. Hold on.
Are we there?
We're there.
Okay, Jim, how we doing?
I am good, and I'm so glad to see you. And I brought you on early because I'm like, we're not going to jinx this. We got you. We're going to bring you in. So everybody, there's Ray Larson from Razor Custom Tackle. So Ray, I'm going to put you on hold for a second. I'm so glad to see you, but I'm going to put you on hold for just a second.
Sure.
And we'll get rid of some of the invites. My wife just went, yay. Yeah, good. Nothing like doing live. Technical difficulties always happen. We'll bring Ray back in a minute, but he is here. That is good. So yeah, if anybody you are in the Shields area tomorrow night, please stop by. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a great time. Looking forward to seeing the high school anglers as long as anybody else who shows up. Shields is a great venue. James Yarlum just popped on. Hi everyone, James. Glad to have you on tonight. My friends at Cast King, please watch for a big announcement from Cast King tomorrow. It's gonna be cool. I'm excited. So watch for Cast King. We'll also give you another discount code for them at the end of the show. And my friends, we are powered by Dakota Lithium. My friends there. Hopefully, some of you saw the video I released earlier this week on the new Power Box 60. Incredible. You can from this box about this big, weighs about 25 pounds. You can jumpstart your car. You could jumpstart a boat. You can plug in things to charge. Not just your cell phones, but a regular plug like you have in your house. There's two plugs just in this little. David Schroeder popped on. Hi, David. Ken Beelan. Whoa, what shows will you have besides the All Canada show? Ken, there's a lot. And we'll get to that in a little bit after the show is over. I know I'm going to be at the Quad Cities. I know I'm going to be at a few different bass clubs, a bunch of Shields events, other things. Anyway, so if any of you saw that Dakota Lithium thing, you can see it on the videos, I think on the reels on Facebook as well as Instagram. But that Power Box 60, when I saw that, and after I charged it up and saw what it does, there's 6 ports that you can charge things on, plus 2 regular plugs. I can literally run the trolling motor, my 50-pound thrust trolling motor on my small 2-man boat off that and be charging my phones and my laptops and all that at the same time. We're actually going to do another cool video on that when water opens up. So that will be really cool. But check into that power box from Dakota Lithium. It's a power box 60. Pretty incredible thing. Illinois Smallmouth Alliance is checking in. And without further ado, there was a bunch of talk on social media. Talk is not the right word. There, a bunch of you were chiming in though and saying, hey, Ray's going to be on. We got to talk to him. So you know what? I'm just going to bring him on. Ray, how are you, buddy?
Jim, how you doing?
Good. Try to camera angle a little bit more just because you're looking down at the ground. Look at that. What a good looking fella he is right there. There he is. You are wonderful. So thanks for coming on. We had a lot of excitement about this. So we're going to be talking about stuff. You've had a very good product line and it's developing. And did you start this in like 2012?
Yeah, out of the truck, right? We all did.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then 2021, we decided to, we created the website and started, going after the market a little heavier for sure.
Yeah, and it's been really great to see. We have a couple great friends in common, including our friends at Shields over there. And, you and I have talked before, and we're both, I know people know this about me, and they're going to know it about you pretty soon because we're going to talk about it. But Ray and I are both geeks when it comes to tackle. I can say that, right, Ray?
Oh, absolutely.
We are there. There's no doubt. We were talking earlier today, and we both like to tweak stuff and look at stuff. And I don't know how to say it, but we don't take stuff at face value. If he didn't, he wouldn't have a custom lure company, right? So, and that is the greatest thing about custom lure companies is they can take things that they see and they have a better advantage because they can produce them in more of a custom thing for the average angler and in smaller amounts. Where bigger companies a lot of times just have to do things in big volume. You've made quite a good stir as far as doing custom stuff. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I mean, I'm a tournament angler first and foremost. And so the product line we come is products that I feel that we need and the colors. I probably stay a little simple in my colors. I mean, green pumpkin, the blacks and blues, watermelon. We don't get that crazy, but I think what I will do is on our Pro Jetter jig is the head color.
Sure.
We'll do 3 or 4 different colors on that. On something like that, we just feel like it stands out and feels really, gives it that live presence of a bluegill. So that's one of the things we do is it's products that we're using every day out on the water.
Right. And like you and I talked a little bit about earlier today, there's no doubt you and I have fished enough places across the country, across the Midwest. And I know there's going to be other people, guys from the Illinois Smallmouth Alliance just joined on. Tony LaMarca, how you doing, sir? Just joined on. And there are, we all like, we are visual, right? We are attracted by visual things, but when it comes right down to a tournament angler, there are always certain things that we are going to go back to. My buddy Andy Wagner just chimed in. Hi, Andy. It could be a certain color, like June bug is always huge in Florida, right? Red during a certain time of year is big in Texas, but throughout the Midwest and throughout the country, there are colors that are predominant. And you and I both kind of agreed on today. We'd throw any color out there as long as it was green pumpkin, right?
Absolutely.
And green pumpkin, black and blues, your whites, your reds. It's many colors as there are out there. You still have to sometimes, and I think the older we get, we realize that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but we realize what those high percentage colors are. And that's one thing that I really liked about Razor Custom Tackle is you guys have done a lot of baits if you added your own little nuances to, but you still stuck with, bottom line is these colors are going to work, and they're going to work because you want people coming back and trying the great stuff that you made. So you stick with stuff that lasts, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we go with, like on our net heads, Okeechobee blue,
sure,
with just, a green pumpkin head. This will catch fish all over the country. I don't care where you're at.
Yeah, and those are,
but it works.
Yeah, those are colors that that consistently work. And one of the things I want to talk about is one of the baits that you have, one of the plastics that you have, and what drew me to it was a sprat. And that is do you have any of those there with you? How handy. Good. Okay. So that's a Sprat. And I want you guys to look at this. And here's one of the reasons I liked it. There are some trailers out there that are like it. Okay. But they're really bulky. And what I liked about the Sprat is it had a nice keel to it with a very small body, but you have a very segmented tail. So what that tells me is that I have more action with less movement. And it's a bait that I can also use very subtly depending on how I put it on the back. Now, number one, it's going to be a trailer on the back of a bladed jig. But I threw it last year in really, really cold and clear water. The action was everything I wanted, but it wasn't bulky and it wasn't stiff. And I know you and I were talking about that today, and that was a trailer that you had tried a lot yourself, and you went, I think I want to do something like this. Tell us about that Sprat.
Absolutely. So the great thing about the Sprat is we don't go into a lot of plastics, but the Sprat was just a great trailer for any bladed bait, swim head. We work with, I got a great local guy that's pouring them for us. We worked on the consistency of the plastic, the flotation, and, we feel that we really came up with a great combination of plastics for this bait. And it's really been a good seller for us.
Do me a favor.
To our line.
Do me a favor. Hold that thing up nose down so people can see how limp that tail is. And hold it by the head and let that tail flop over. Yeah, look out. There is a lot of action in that bait right there with very minimal movement. And that's what I liked in really, really cold water and clear water. I don't need a lot of appendages flowing out there going crazy. I want, especially in the spring of the year, I want something with minimal movement that is going to be part of my jig, not really stand out from it. There you go. And that's what I like is the plastic consistency in that bait allows that bait to really move in a subtle way in the water. Now, hey, Ray, you and I were talking tonight, just so we're getting a lot of people coming on right now. Ted Koski just said hi. Now, we said Ray was generous enough. I think we're going to do a couple giveaways tonight. Isn't that what you wanted to do?
Oh, absolutely. Sure.
Okay. So tell them your website right now. And we're going to ask them a question.
RazorCustomTackle.com.
Okay, Razor Custom Tackle. Okay, guys. So here is how good you can show us that you are. RazorCustomTackle.com. Go there. The Sprat. Tell us how many colors. Tell us how many colors that Ray offers. But you got to go to the website. Razor Custom Tackle. How many colors does he offer? If you're a winner, Ray's going to send you a pretty good bag of stuff, aren't you?
Absolutely. It's our holiday package that we'll send. It's got the Jutter jig. It's got a T-shirt in it. It has our razor bag. It has our junior flipping jig, net heads. It's a complete package. It's about a $75 value.
Well, if I were you guys, I would go to Razor Custom Tackle right now, and I would find out how many colors in that Sprat there is. Remember, if you miss us for a couple of minutes, you can always watch us. We're played on numerous stations, so you can always watch this thing over again. But if you want to win a $75 tackle pack, go to RazorCustomTackle.com and tell us how many colors of the Sprat there is. So, 2023, we're going to be, William Gibson just timed. He said, good evening, Mr. Crowley. Oh, my goodness, we have a winner already. I knew it wouldn't take long. Andy Wagner from Normal, Illinois. And
Wow,
Andy's won in the past. And do you know Andy?
I don't.
Good for you. I'm just telling you. So anyway, we will get Andy's information afterwards. And we will get and Ray, you can send him that because I matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Ray, I think he uses some of your baits anyway. So I think it's gonna be a good one. So, but Andy, yeah, you are the winner for that. And guys, after the break, we will take a break in a couple minutes. After the break, we will do Ray. Do you want to do one more?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, we're gonna do one more giveaway with that. Before we break, Ray, we've got Shields coming up, we got Fish Fest coming up. You have a great display there at Shields. Are you guys working on any new stuff for 2023?
Actually, we are. We're working on a
that you can talk about.
We talked about a little bit later. I think we're going to work with the folks at VMC. We're working on a finesse jig that's going to be a little different than the average, ball-headed finesse jig, and we're excited about it. We're actually working with Drew Gill. He's fishing the
great
fishing invitationals, and it's something we're working on together. Drew's working with us on some of our products, and we're really excited about it for sure.
He's a very nice young man. I met him at the Illinois High School Alliance there. He's actually going to be on the show sometime in March. So hopefully you guys will be a little bit more along on that, and we can talk about it. And I'm a custom builder myself. I build stuff for myself. And I enjoy it. And you and I talked about that a little earlier today. It's just that it's fun. It's fun doing that kind of stuff. But when you can make that stuff and other people are coming up to you, and we're going to talk about that after the break, because I want to hear, I know for a fact that people have been coming up to you and going, they've been successful with your products. And I want to hear some of those stories. Because I know it brings a smile to your face, and I know it warms your heart, and that's one of the reasons we do it. So we're going to be back, and I always say this as one of my favorite shows back in the day. Chuck Woolery would say we will be back in 2 and 2.
American Tackle is home to the award-winning microwave line control system. Rod blanks to reel seats, ferrules to finish, grips to guides. They are committed to the very best in rod building components. Find out more, americantackle.us. With fishing beyond your expectations, indoor and outdoor activities, a vast variety of places to eat, drink, and stay. Discover your next adventure between the bluffs. ExploreLaCrosse.com. Located in Springfield, Illinois' largest selection of sports and sportswear, hunting, fishing, specialty shops and services, a 65-foot Ferris wheel, 16,000-gallon saltwater aquarium, and industry-leading knowledgeable employees. You don't take chances at Shields, ever. Go to Shields.com. Achieving affordable innovation through novel concepts and in-house ingenious designs. Cascading cost-effective e-commerce practices directly market to consumers, cutting costs by 30% or more on average. Affordable innovation, superior quality. Cascading.com. Believing quality is measured by lifespan and harnessing their unique chemistry and engineering know-how. Dakota Lithium lasts 4 times longer, powering your passion with an 11-year warranty. Find out more, DakotaLithium.com.
Slick Fish Radio with Jim Crowley can be seen and heard on Roku, Fire TV, Spotify, Amazon Music, and iTunes.
There we go. Come here. Get in here. Yeah. Nice fish right there. Hi, I'm Jim Crowley. Make sure you catch my show, Jim Crowley Outdoors, Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, exclusively on Wired to Fish TV. Look for Jim Crowley Outdoors on Wired to Fish TV on free ad-supported streaming TV, including Plex, that can be downloaded in the App Store at Apple TV, Roku, Samsung, and others.
Welcome back, my friends. We are here with Ray Larson from Razor Custom Tackle. And Ray, before we get into that, I just realized something that I wanted to talk about. And I want to bring up one of your baits that I really like. I love the design. And I want to talk about that buzzbait of yours.
Absolutely.
And it is the one, I'm hoping you have it there, because you and I were talking about this earlier. And this is a design. I don't know why more people don't do this. This is, in my opinion, the most effective design for a buzzbait. I've actually bent mine in the past to do this. Tell them what is the name of this buzzbait you have, and get into why you did it, why you built on that frame.
This is our Sonic buzzbait. It's a bait that we really like. It gives you the frame. It does a step down. I'm not a big trailer hook guy. So as this is traveling through the water column, you can see that head drops down a little bit. And I really think as the fish are coming, they're really coming to this bait, and they're able to, the hookup ratio, I feel, is really a little more successful than just a straight line buzzbait. So the drop down really, we feel it creates a great hookup ratio for sure.
Well, you know, when you and I were talking about this, and you watch that bait in the water, because I've got buzz baits like that, and I know you've tweaked yours to get that good brand there. But I've used that same type of frame when I build mine, and there's no doubt the hookup percentage. If an angler just thinks about design sometimes in lures, there's reasons we bend spinner bait certain ways. There's reasons why I bend an arm up on certain things. And on that buzz bait, I think even Gerald Swindle has done that for years, has bent the straight inline buzz bait. Yes, it works. And I say this with a lot of lures. Yes, they work. How can I make it work better for me? And I know you did that too. And that drop down frame, if people can picture this, just what Ray said, it allows the fish to come to the bait. When it's a straight inline buzz bait, they have to come up into the bait. That's why there was a lot of trailer hooks when buzz baits first came out, and still are, is because the design, although it's effective to attract fish, it's not always effective to hook fish. And with the drop down that Ray is using on his custom buzz bait, it allows the fish to come to the bait. One, giving you a lot higher hooking percentage, and two, alleviating in a lot of cases, in my opinion, that you don't need the trailer hook. And Ray, I'm betting you're going to agree on this. It also allows you to get that bait into tighter situations without worrying about hanging up.
Absolutely. The trailer hook, we'll get a lot of discussion on this, but that trailer hook is going to grab every little stick that's sticking out of the water. And let's face it, when we're going down that bank and we see that one isolated stick, we sort of get excited, right? Because we know we want that bait going by that stick. And the last thing you want is that trailer hook going off to the side, grabbing that branch, and okay, there you just struck out, right? Because you didn't get the presentation you wanted. So that's just me personally. I feel I'm not losing fish without using a trailer hook.
Well, and I keep saying this, folks, and I apologize for this, but Ray and I had a really good discussion today, because when you find another geek when it comes to tackle, you talk a whole lot. And we were talking about that today. It's the same thing with like a wacky hook, or we were talking about the Nico style hook. The reason that Nico style hook is so effective is because it's not a regular inline hook. It's got a 2-degree or 3-degree offset in that hook. Well, just when you set the hook has a tendency to rotate. And if you have a 2 to 3 offset like VMC does, and that's what Ray was talking about, was building some stuff at VMC, their innovation and their hook stuff is, a lot of times it's very simple, but it's highly effective. That's why the Nico hook has become one of the most effective wacky worm hooks, along with the Nico style hook, obviously what it's named for. That's why it's so effective. It's that bend and the way that shank is on that hook. When you do that with a buzz bait and you alleviate the need for a trailer hook, you make a bait that is going to be a lot more effective, both getting in and around cover as well as with a hookup. And I know, Ray, you do a lot of that with it. Talk a little bit about some of your other baits, and what are some of the other things that you've done with
this. This is a good one, Jim, and I think you're going to like this, because this will be coming into Shields this spring, and obviously I'm a big buzz bait guy, and this little buzz bait here, we offer an 1/8 ounce and 1/4 ounce, and we're able to use this to help get a victory on Lake Jacksonville. Jacksonville has a lot of grass and stuff, and this is a great little buzz bait. And notice, Jim, the drop down frame. I don't know if you can see it.
Looky there.
This
is that a size 3? Is that a quarter
drop down frame?
1/4 ounce, 1/8 ounce. What are you doing it in?
1/4 and 1/8. And look at that. I mean, and this, I want to say this comes through the water. I'm not even sure you've seen this, Jim. This is
no, I have not. I'm laughing because I'm like, that's freaking.
And let's face it, when you're up in La Crosse, this will be.
Oh, that's it.
Yes, this is the deal.
I'm gonna tell you guys something else too. When you're smallmouth fishing in the summertime, a little buzz bait like that, 1/8 ounce or 1/4 ounce, and when you're in open water and you turn the trailer hook upside down, not that you'd need it on that one, but with that little thing and drop them below the surface, it's done. They hit it. It's over. Right. They're coming in a boat. That is actually a design that was probably, I'm sure maybe somebody's done it in the past, but that is something that's needed, because a small buzz bait that you can reel slow is going to catch a lot of big fish.
Right.
Period.
There's other companies make the small little 1/8 ounce and 1/4, but they're not a drop down.
They're not drop down. Right.
They're straight down. And obviously with La Crosse, Wisconsin, let's face it, we were everybody, back in the day, or even I was going back to 2006 or whatever, we were throwing that Zoom horny toad, right? Just on a hook.
Right.
Get just very little action in the water. This gives you that same effect, very little turbulence, but the hookup ratio is great. It's got a great hook on it.
But the thing with La Crosse is if there's grass around there, the only time you don't have a frog and possibly even a buzz bait is when there's ice on the water.
Absolutely.
Otherwise than that, you better have one or both,
Right.
Because sooner or later it's going to come into play every part of the day, all throughout the season except for ice. I've caught them there right in spring, early, and I've caught them late in the fall when it was freezing on top water. That's just how those river fish on that body of water, that area, are. There's grass, there's shallow laydowns and stuff like that that causes the commotion, is going to get bites from both largemouth and smallmouth. What I like is that you have it an 1/8 ounce and 3/6 or and quarter,
eighth and quarter.
eighth and quarter. That's smallmouth heaven right there.
And
That's a killer smallmouth.
That bait there, Jim, I'm throwing that on a 7.0
sure.
Medium cranking rod with 10-pound sunline, and it'll cast great. We gave it to Savannah Outdoors.
Yeah, Savannah Copa. Yep.
Yeah, we gave it to Savannah, and they went out and did some testing with it. They just crushed a little. I think they went to Lake X or something. I'm like, I want to go, but I haven't been able to go with them yet. But they had a great day out there with it.
That girl can catch him.
Yeah, absolutely, she can.
She can catch him. I want to say hi to a couple people. Anthony Wade Smith just came in. Rick Reed just came in. Kyle Barton, you're very kind. Kyle said 2 of Illinois' greatest anglers and great assets to youth fishing. Well, thank you, Kyle. You know what? We couldn't do a lot of this if it wasn't for people like you and all the other listeners that are on here tonight. So God bless you. We appreciate all of you. Rick Reed, Don Morse just chimed in. Hi, guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Hey, Ray, what do you think about let's do one more giveaway?
Absolutely.
Okay. So think of something. They need to go to Razor Custom Tackle. Hey, we were just talking about a buzzbait. I got an idea. And Andy, you can't win again because I'm knowing him. He's got 2 laptops just ready to go, right? He's watching one and clicking on the other one. So somebody tell me, Ray just said the drop-down buzzbait. What is the name of that drop-down buzzbait? Go to razorcustomtackle.com. We've been talking about it for 5-10 minutes. What is the name of that drop-down buzzbait that he has?
Jim, that might not be fair because it's so new. It's not on the website yet.
Well, you know what? Too bad. They got to work for it. No, it's not the small one. I'm talking about the bigger one.
The bigger one. Okay.
We talked about the bigger one.
Yeah.
So we talked about not his new little one, but we talked about his other one. So if you go to Razor Custom Tackle and you tell us what is the name of the drop-down model of his buzzbait, then if you are the first winner here, then you may just get that prize back. So come on, guys, get going, get on your computer. Ray, before we let you go here, and by the way, all of you that have been commenting tonight, I will answer you after the show is over. So you know how I do. I go on after live and we talk and everything. So Ray, with all this in the company building and you getting out there, what has been Kyle Barton, you said prop knocker. You are wrong. Kyle, so you got to go back. That's one of them. That is not the drop down model, Kyle. It's not the drop down model. Ray, what has been one of the greatest stories that, somebody's come up to you and, and they did good or something? What stands out in your mind that you go, you know what? I'm so glad I do this because of this.
Here's the greatest thing, Jim. With being in the Shield store, we're losing. We don't know who's actually using our products. So we'll go out to the Thursday night little, we help promote the Thursday night bass fishing league out there on Lake Springfield. And that guy will come up to the truck and he'll say, Ray, do you have any toad knockers? He goes, I've been just crushing them on this thing. And I'm like, well, yeah, we have some in the truck. But yeah. It's stories like that you didn't even really know they were using your product, and then they're like, this nano. We had somebody go down to Bull Shoals and they just crushed them on the nano. And so it's exciting to hear stories like that. You almost feel like you're a lawyer sometimes because you're like, you can't say if they want that little tweak modification or what color, certain colors. So I think it's great the interaction we have with all the local anglers. We have some great ones here in the Midwest, especially Central Illinois. We got some hammers that that are using our product that I didn't realize were using our product. So that's pretty exciting.
Well, we have a winner here, and Andy Wagner tried to come in again. He's like a bad relative and a bad penny. He keeps showing up. But Kyle Barton just won, and Kyle said Sonic Buzz. So Kyle, you are the winner. Am I correct, Ray?
Yeah, absolutely. The Sonic Buzz.
Sonic Buzz. And so Kyle, we will get a hold of you and Andy after the show, and we will get your guys' information. And we'll get you guys your product. So Ray, I know you're gonna be at Fish Fest. right? You're going to be at Shields Fest. Are you going to have a table set up there, or
Yes.
Okay?
We'll have a table set up there, and I'm not sure of the date. I think we're going to be in Grand Rapids, Michigan at a show, so we'll have some of the guys, Clayton and some of the other guys may be there if I'm not able to be there.
Well, great. We'll look forward to it, because I know Fish Fest is always a great time there for Shields, and you guys got a great end cap there. And what I really like about Shields is they put in some of our best resident tackle companies, or local tackle companies. I mean, you're there, Angling Buzz is there. I mean, it doesn't get too much better for local companies than us, and both of you are getting really, really high as far as getting to other companies, or excuse me, other websites are picking your guys' products up, because obviously people are doing really well on them. You've got very affordable products. You got products that work. I'm excited to see what more of your products you come out with. VMC, again, you and I talked about that. We're both huge VMC fans, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
The junior flipping jig, Jim, we were talking about with that VMC hook in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a great little 4/0 flipping jig. Comes in quarter, 3/8, and half.
Yeah, and that is the perfect.
I'm talking about, has no throat on it.
Yeah, and that is the perfect size hook on a jig, is that VMC 4.
Oh,
it is wonderful. So, hey, before we let you go, I got a bunch of people. Colin Denberger, thanks for joining us tonight. There are just a bunch of people commenting. God bless you all. I sure appreciate it. Ray, before we let you go, would you please just tell everybody, and people, after we let Ray go, got a couple more announcements for let everybody go tonight. I will make sure that I get with Kyle and that I do get with Andy, and we will get your information, and we'll get Ray sending you off products like that. And thank you all for watching. And Ted Koski just came on and said, wonderful, nice guys. Thank you. Ray, where is all that they can find you, social media, everything, and what's coming up for Razor Custom Tackle?
Right. You can find us at Razor Custom Tackle on Facebook, Razor Custom Tackle on Instagram, razorcustomtackle.com. And also you can follow along on Razor Custom Tackle on TikTok. And a lot of all these social channels, Jim, we're doing contests all the time, and we love doing the contests. So, follow along. We're probably doing a contest probably every 2 or 3 weeks.
And I think it's wonderful. It's great that I'm glad that you do. I think you do absolutely fantastic job with the high school association too. And I mean, you guys had a nice table there to think. And I know you and I feel the same way. It's just, you see the fire in those kids' eyes. And we've had a blast throughout our careers, continue to have it. And to see these kids getting so excited and get so pumped up about it, it feels good to be able to do that. Not just in a feel-good way, but I love seeing the smiles on the kids' faces. I love seeing how they react. I love to see how hungry they are. And I'm betting you feel the same way. You love seeing kids that they're thinking on their own. They're thinking what they want to do, and they want to accomplish it.
Absolutely. We're just down at the Collinsville show, Jim, and the high school anglers come up and just talk to us, and and they're just, they understand the game. These kids do. I mean, they're like, thank for the support. And high school fishing and college fishing, as you know, is just taking off, and for guys like us, we never had that opportunity.
Right.
So we're excited. It's great to see all these high schools just going great, and from top to bottom, the whole state, right?
I mean,
no shortage.
It's great. And I was just talking to a friend the other day, and they have an ice fishing where in Wisconsin, there's a whole bunch of ice fishing teams starting up. And I mean, it's just, I love it. If we would have had that, I would have paid attention in school better. My report card wouldn't have looked like a bunch of vitamin deficiencies, right? It would have been a heck of a lot.
Absolutely.
Would have been a heck of a lot better. Hey, Rob Damianson just came on. He said, thanks guys. Well, Ray, I'm going to let you go. I appreciate your time tonight. And just keep doing what you're doing, man. Great products, great company. There's a lot of people catching a lot of great fish on it. And I love seeing small companies that are making a dent in a positive way like you are. And I sure appreciate it, man. And thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate it, Jim. Thanks a lot. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. God bless you. And we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
What a great guy. I love seeing tackle companies like that are from here, that work hard, put the time in. They do it through experience. They do it through hard work, sweat, and tears, and they make a success. And the cool thing is they're letting other people have a success with the products that they are working on. And I think that's absolutely fantastic. Ted Koski's always a great show. Well, Ted, thank you so much. It was great to see you a couple weeks ago, or last week where we saw you. Seminar schedule's getting kind of crazy right now, and Ted been saying a prayer for you, just so you know, brother. You asked me to say a prayer for you, and I have been, man. God bless you. Illinois Smallmouth, enjoyed Ray. He's a great guy. And sometime, you guys, the Illinois Smallmouth Alliance, if you haven't had him on, he does a great job for our sport, and he may be a guy you may want to consider sometime. Carl Partridge came on. Glad to have Razor Custom Tackle support. Yeah. Way to go, Carl, and good to see you. Look forward to seeing you at Shields. So just a couple more announcements, folks. Thank you so much, man. You guys lit the thing up tonight. You lit it up. God bless you for doing that. This show continues to grow. I tell you that all the time, and I will continue to tell you we wouldn't have a show if it wasn't for all of you and our great sponsors. American Tackle, again, they just won another award. I think it's their 13th award in the industry. Man, if you're not sure about American Tackle, we got discount codes to give you guys tonight. Again, if you're not sure about American Tackle or all the stuff they have, go to americantackle.us, click on americantackleanglerproducts.com. Put in that code JCO20, you will get 20% off anything that's on the site. Okay? Check out American Tackle. All their components is what I build my rods on. Okay? Everything. And we will have a couple more builds coming up because I've been getting emails. Can you show some more builds? So I will show some more. Actually, I'm building a new ice fishing rod right now for whitefish. And I'm going to preview some of those pictures probably later in the week or next week. So go to americantackleanglerproducts.com. Great stuff. Check it out, and you can get 20% off there. My friends at Cast King. Oh, my goodness. Have they made a dent in the last couple of weeks? Just so you know. Skeet Reese has just joined Cast King. James Elam has just joined Cast King. Tony Roach, legendary guide from Minnesota, has just joined Cast King. There may be another guy coming up soon. Make sure that you watch social media tomorrow because I think Cast King has an announcement coming soon. So all my friends at Cast King, they told me that they said, Jim, since they're watching the show, we want them to have 20% off anything on the Cast King site. So how do you get 20% off some of the coolest reels? And wait till you see what's coming. Oh my goodness. Go to castking.com, put in a code JC52AFF. You get 20% off everything on that site as well. Shields, we will be there. We will be back there tomorrow night for the first of my, let me see. There we go. Okay. We'll be back there tomorrow night for the first of my Bass Academy classes. Cool thing about people who are there tomorrow night after the class, I'm going to ask you what you want the next class in February on. You're going to get to choose. We're going to do a vote, and we're going to say, what do you guys want to discuss the next class? And if you're at the second class, the third class, we're going to go, what do you want to talk about for that third class? This class, the Bass Academy that Shields and Jim Crowley Outdoors is offering, after this first class, you are going to be able to pick what you want to talk about, what you want to discuss, what you want to learn more. This is only offered by Shields in Springfield, Illinois. They have a heart for the outdoors. This is a great venue to have this. I'm looking forward to being back there again tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you. If the emails and the texts I've been getting are any clue, it's going to be a very, very fun night tomorrow night. And I'm really looking forward to it. Somebody else just clicked in here. Kyle Barton said, looking forward to tomorrow night. Carl, I am too. Or Kyle, I'm sorry. Kyle, I am too. Really looking forward to it. I'll contact you after the show and we'll get your information. But Kyle, you betcha. We are really looking forward to it. I also want to thank again my friends at Cast King, which we just announced. They wonderful, wonderful people and incredible stuff that's coming out. And we will get more in depth with you as we come out. Also on the show on Wired to Fish TV this year, we have a lot more going with them that I think you are going to find. Matter of fact, I know you're going to find extremely useful. We are powered by Dakota Lithium. You want twice the power. You want an 11-year warranty. Are you tired of regular batteries? Last couple days I was out in the water. Last 3 days I was out in the water this past year. 19 hours straight. Did not charge. 19 hours straight. Got home, charged my boat. And that was over 3 days. Okay, so 8, and then 3 more. So 16, 17, 19, then came home. Charge the batteries, 3 hours. All my batteries in my boat is charged. Nobody has a power for your passion like Dakota Lithium. So make sure you check them out too. So I really appreciate all of you coming on tonight. I will get with the winners after this. Thank you so much for watching Slickfish Radio. God bless all of you. Like I always say, we wouldn't have a show if it wasn't for you. I will continue to say that because I am so grateful for all of you. Hope to see the rest of you or some of you at Shields tomorrow night. I will also be in Milwaukee at the All Canada Show Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you're in the Wisconsin area, please stop by seminars on pike and smallmouth. And we are just the All Canada Show is back. and back big time. And we are looking forward to it. To the rest of you, we'll have another show coming up soon. Keep on. You can keep checking us out on social media, on Instagram, as well as Facebook. And always, 7 days a week, Jim Crowley Outdoors on Wired to Fish TV. Easiest way to do that is download the Plex app. I'm on every day at 4 o'clock. God bless you. See you soon.